Matt, this afternoon the Gingerbreads going down by 2 goals to 0 at Worksop, but in many ways, does that really reflect the 90 minutes of football we've just seen?
No, I think it's a game for both sides of real limited chances. Both halves limited chances. Both goalkeepers have not had much to do. Fair play to them. They've done the right things at the right times. They scored at the right times in both halves, and we didn't. And that's ultimately what stops us, like it does at the moment, is scoring goals. And we need to be better in that area if we're going to get things out of the game. But we have to take this game into isolation and move on to Saturday, because this is a game at the moment where they're going to run away with it. I think they're a really good side, and I hope they go up. But we have to be better when we're especially when we come to these teams. We seem to play better at that time, and we've just got to be better in those areas to try and challenge them a little bit more.
And it was a good first 45 from Grantham, although going down 1-0 at half time. The Gingerbreads forced 7 corners. They had Worksop under pressure, but couldn't force a save from Seb Malkowski.
Yeah, we've created some really good opportunities, especially in the first half. I think we went toe to toe, and I think we had more of it. Ultimately, goals will change that stat, and that's where we're at the moment. We know what we need to bring in and what we need to do. But yeah, on another day, Joe's 7 corners, 8, whatever it was, his quality is brilliant, and today it just wasn't there, and we just couldn't get that last little bit in there. But it is what it is today. Like I say, it is an isolation game. I can't be too down on Joe and people like that, because they've done really well. Especially look at last week when his sister both for the goal. So you know, that is how it is. On another day, it's somebody else's fault. So that's something different. We have to create better chances, and when we are in these opportunities, we have to be taking them, because you've seen it, especially in the second half, we had that opportunity where we just passed it along instead of just having a shot and testing the keeper. Where Kiz, when he came on, tested the keeper. Yes, it was a deflected shot, but tested the keeper. But we have to be a little bit more about us, and that's where we are with the confidence of the strikers. I think midfield and defenders, and obviously Dan being back in, gives us a lot of confidence. But we have to score to put them on the back foot, and ultimately, if you're not going to score, you can't do that, and you're going to be susceptible for those kind of goals.
And maybe in terms of the result today, Liam Hughes was the difference. The flick on for the first goal in the first half after 20 minutes, and then 20 minutes into the second half, putting the game to bed really with a header from himself.
Yeah, it's a fantastic player. You can see why he's been successful, and like I say, I wish him all the best, because you put him in our team, and that's the difference for us. So he's a great player in a good side, and like I say, when he keeps people like Hansen and Hardy on the bench, you know you've got a great little side there with a forward line and with Rollins and that. But yeah, it was good, and he's been the difference in both boxes. That's where he's been. But we have to be better than that, and we have to have our own threats, which we have got a lot of good threats in our team, but we just have to, we don't maximise them at those clinical times to get shots away, to get crosses, to be dangerous in the final third. And that's where we have to be now, because I think we look very competitive all over the pitch, but when we get into that final third, we just didn't have that cutting edge, and that's been lacking for a few weeks now. So we have to change that. We have to change that mentality, maybe change the personnel, and go on Saturday.
Matt, thank you very much.
Cheers.